Hey, howdy, everybody, and welcome back to the streaming sofa. Good evening and happy Monday, y'all. I am immediately out of my comfort zone, as for the first time in literally a month, I am back to flying solo tonight. I don't have some terrorist bunny man in the corner constantly pecking at me and just saying things to set me off. I have to carry all of this on my own now because shockingly enough, May's over and we are officially, as far as the books go, out of Mega May. Of course, it's not truly over until we finish X7, but that's gonna be a bit of a project. And if I'm being completely honest, after the month that I have had with that whole series, and then just the single night of X7, I need a break. I need a mental reset from all of it. Obviously, it has been an absolute blast, and I am so happy to have done another Mega May. It really is a really fun series to do. They're great games, some of them, and it is a fun project, I guess, if you want to call it that. But truly, I am stuck in Mega Man mode that I've got to break out of it, and it was going to happen eventually. And tonight was supposed to be a night off for me because I have rehearsals and stuff going on, literally on either side of tonight. But I was kind of like, oh, God, I want to stream anything else. Truly, just anything else. Let's just change it up. Let's change it up by going back to what we used to do, which is playing a variety of old video games. So that, and I wanted to take advantage of the fact that I do have the Mega Man Zero game. No. I don't still have the Mega Man Zero games for Game Boy. I have the Zero games for Game Boy. I have the Roman numeral Mega Man games for Game Boy. I have the Mega Man Legends series for PlayStation. I have the various spin-off games for various systems and consoles. I have Mega Man and Bass for the Game Boy Advance. I have so much goddamn Mega Man content to get through, and I'm putting it off for at least a year. Valeno and I have had multiple conversations about this. I am good. I am booked for May streams for literally the next 5 years. Truly. When you consider just how many games exist that have the words Mega Man in the title, I'm fucking set. And then at some point, I don't know, what happens when I run out? And assuming that we're all still alive, I will have to figure out something to do for May. I don't know, play fucking Mighty Gunvolt, Mighty number 9, start getting into Mega Man likes or whatever. Do I just stream a month of Mega Man Maker, which does exist and is a real thing, and I actually did fire up a week ago just to kind of check in and see what's going on, and it turns out people are still making Mega Man levels for that thing. X-Buster out of charge, Dash Boots out of juice. My spring dog is tired. My rolling cutter is flat. My right armor has sprung a leak and my mega brain is wasted. I am done. Mega Man, what is that? 2009? I don't even know. Is that the Roman numeral for that? I don't even know. Mega Man Licks, which if it is pronounced that way, that might be unstreamable as far as Twitch is concerned. I'm gonna have to take it over to, yellow Twitch, if you know what I'm talking about. I just Googled some. Yeah. Point being, I mean, genuinely there are. If I just go, if I go to my collection here, and I just type the words Mega Man, I get 121 results. Now, admittedly, a lot of that is like hacks and stuff that is not like from legit. they're like ROM hacks and stuff like that. So just on console alone, there are 28 games with the Mega Man in the title, and actually I think I've cleared more than half of them. But there are definitely a few here. Oh god, Mega Man 64 is different from Legends, isn't it? Fuck. So add it to the list. There's Mega Man The Wily Wars, which is actually the first 3 Mega Man games ported to Sega Genesis, which, I mean, at some point, I figure I should do all of them. Handhelds, I'm seeing 37 games, but that includes the Battle Network games. And bad news for anybody who cares about Battle Network. The Battle Network games, I do not consider Mega Man games. They are Mega Man games in name only, but they are so profoundly not what that series is. That's not a knock against the games, to be clear. I know people are into the Battle Network games for sure. I'm not one of them. I am one of those kids who got a copy of Mega Man Battle Network as a gift. It was like a used copy, so there was no box or anything with it. It was just loose. And boy, when I put that into my Game Boy SP and it was decidedly not an action platformer, I was disappointed. It was never played any Battle Network. I heard they were all right. People do like this series. Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, they are. If you're into like tactical turn-based JRPGs, far as I understand it, they're totally chill. They will scratch that itch. I remember like the cartoon series existed for the Battle Network spin-off stuff, but could not tell you a single goddamn thing about it. It was so late in as far as when it released, because the first Battle Network game came out in 2001, so I was already in high school, and so by the time like the series would have come out, I think I was not the right age for it. I think I would have just missed it. Unlike now, where I spend the vast majority of my time doing kid game bullshit. But yeah, I mean, they're just not for me, right? Like that's ultimately what it comes down to, is that I've talked about before how I'm not really like an RPG player, and that has changed in the over the past few years. Thankfully, it's always better to be able to enjoy more things than fewer things. But what I will probably never enjoy are like strategy style games. It ends up being just too much math. It's too much planning. It's too much resource management. At a certain point, it just stops being interesting. There was a part of me that got like kind of concerned about Clair Obscur of all things, because every single character has a slightly different battle system that they utilize. Fortunately, those systems or mechanics really do not run that deep. They're pretty surface level, all things considered. And plus, I just kind of, you know, I ran with my girl squad anyway for the entirety of it. So it's just by the last, I don't know, the last like 8 hours of that game, I think every round of combat looked exactly the same, because I was just doing you find the series of moves that does the thing that you want to do. And then you just parry with my L. You just parry with my L all goddamn day, and watch as the numbers get bigger and bigger, like it's fucking Cookie Clicker or something. Just insane amounts of damage, and crazy satisfying. It's funny. I actually have not played that game now, I think, in more than a week. I'm so glad that I stuck with it to see it through to the end of the story. And then I did do a couple of days of traveling around the world map and doing side content and stuff like that. But I think I may have like naturally kind of like waned myself down off of it. I just read a thing today. I will not spoil anything, so no one panic. But I actually read a thing today about the game's ending that was kind of talking about the ultimate point was they were really glad that the ending to that game is what it is, and hopes that they never ever do any DLC that tries to expand on it in any way, shape, or form, because it works as is. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think one of the best things about Clair Obscur, amongst what is really like a damn near masterpiece of a game, is just how self-contained it is. I really, really appreciate just how self-contained it is. There is, oh God, a shiver just ran down my spine hearing this music. a potential harbinger of what's to come later in stream. If you don't recognize that music, hopefully you won't have to hear it a second time tonight. Fingers crossed. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. Anyway, Expedition 33 does such a good job of just telling a relatively short, self-contained story, even if it's a story that I have a couple of issues with, which again I'm not going to get into. Like, it would be fun to do some kind of like spoiler stream type thing where I can just really just go into it, but it also feels like maybe the time has passed on that, only because it has been now a couple weeks since I've beaten it. And surely I would forget some details, not that any of my misgivings are really like detail based as much as they are like structure type stuff. But all that said, the story it tells ends. I guess spoiler for that, there's an ending to the story. It's nice when a thing ends. Stories are meant to have endings, and it's such a like rampant thing now and has been for a while, where, you know, we have to wrap everything up in like neat little bows, and we have to, you know, make sure that we don't really like close off anything in any direction or whatever, because we could always release DLC that expands on it and everything. You want a post-credit scene teasing a sequel? God no. Like, absolutely not. Here's what I'm interested as far as additional content for Expedition 33 goes. would be a completely separate game set in that universe. Whole clear obscure verse. I think that there is definitely, again, without getting into any specific details about anything, there could exist a whole game that explores other parts of that game's world building, right? There are absolutely things that could be explored there. But even then, what is there is such a personal story for those characters involved in it that it would need to be something completely unrelated to them. Like 100%. Like, please do not do the fucking Star Wars thing where everything has to be about the goddamn Skywalkers, you know? Like, you can make, it's a whole universe. You can make it about anything else. So really, I would want it to just be something that is related to it truly in name only. Like, you know, if you want to keep the gameplay and everything, awesome. Keep making more JRPGs that are like that. It's fun as hell. Obviously, I'm not worried about their art direction and anything else like that. But truly, like, please don't try to connect the dots or fucking, God forbid, a prequel or something. Like, I saw someone suggest that, like, some DLC that they could put out there could be a thing where it's like you actually follow this other character during act 1 where all the other characters are doing their other stuff, and it's like, that's no. it's like, I guess if you want to justify having a bunch of new combat scenarios, but as far as an actual story beat goes, no, it's not interesting. You know, there's such this overwhelming desire by, you know, corporate owned IP to fill in every fucking gap with details, and it's so unnecessary. It's tiring. Like, I hate to say this, I know people like the show. I'm probably never gonna fucking watch Andor because I just don't care. I have stopped caring, you know. Like, I do not need to know what Salacious Crumb was doing before he started working for Jabba the Hutt. You know, like, that's who gives a shit? You know, like, part of the appeal of storytelling, especially storytelling in fantasy settings, is the ability to just be kind of like dropped into a world and learn stuff as it happens. Otherwise, you're just getting exposition dumps, you know? There's a reason the Lord of the Rings movies, for as much as everybody loves them, don't include like fucking Tom Bombadil and a bunch of bullshit explaining the Elven calendar or whatever the fuck Tolkien would go off on for 600 pages about before the plot moved half an inch. You don't need it. You don't need it. And I would hate to see something, you know, like as pure of an experience as Clair Obscur is, get diluted by, oh, well, now there's a prequel game out and now there's this other thing, and oh, we're gonna retcon the entire ending. Like, no, like, let choices have consequences. Let there be mysteries that go unanswered. Let there be intrigue, because that's how it works. That's the most interesting stories are the ones that don't necessarily answer all the questions and resolve the ones that, because that can be a real double-edged sword. You can have stories that leave kind of an ambiguous ending for someone to kind of interpret on their own, and that can be good, or that can really, really suck. And the same can be said with a story that resolves. It can be good, or it could really, really suck if you don't stick the landing correctly or whatever. But in only one of those scenarios is there like definitely a point where the creative person behind it, or the creative team behind it, said, well, this is where it ends, and from here, go do whatever, you know. And I think at least for me, that is important. It is important that stories have resolution, you know. Think of the stories that we grew up with as kids, or think of just a story of like an anecdote that you share with friends, you know, of, you know, oh yeah, I was at this party or whatever, and then one of my friends, you know, a friend of a friend, like got like too high, and after that, who knows what happens? You know, it's like, no, fuck you. Tell me what the fuck happened. You know, like to fill in the gaps for exactly the amount of story that you need to tell, and then leave the rest just clean. So yeah, I don't even know how I got lost on this tangent, but point being, oh, that's what it was, is that because I have seen now like the ending of the story, and I have seen kind of the nature of like the leftover stuff to do after the credits roll, I think my brain has kind of like hit the part where it's kind of like, all right, and done. I don't need to do all the rest of this other stuff on the side here, you know, because it looks like it's going to be kind of grindy, and it looks like it's going to not necessarily, you know, there's one or two more like story beats hidden out in the world, but nothing that really truly like shakes the very foundation of what is already exposed, but just playing the game on its critical path, which again is the thing that I appreciate. I appreciate that the game kind of, you know, not necessarily funnels you like from story to story to story beat, but in a way it kind of does, you know, mostly insofar as you just kind of want to see what happens next. So you kind of by default, this might not be true for most players, but I found myself kind of just most of the time always pushing towards the next story beat, really getting distracted only by like the beach challenges, and straight up fuck some of those, in fact fuck most of them, I would say. But yeah, an absolutely wonderful game that I am so glad I got to play, and subsequently I'm glad that I can feel properly done with. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to everybody being really shitty about that game at the end of the year when people start putting out awards for stuff. It's gonna be great. Oh God. Well, there's a thing that I wanted to talk about before we get into the main event tonight, which I shared well, there's two things. One is something that I actually shared in Discord, which if you're not a member of, you can join that, where we bunch of old video game talk and random other nonsense that I find. But Game Informer, which if you're unaware is one of the longest running video game publications, was a magazine for a very long time. They were the ones where you got a free subscription to it if you were a GameStop Power Player member, or whatever it was called. I think it might have been Power Player. Whatever the thing was that gave you 10% off of all used games. They it's been kind of a wild time for video game websites the last like 3 months, between Game Informer stuff and then Giant Bomb stuff. It's been fucking crazy. But not only is Game Informer still kicking, like back up and running again, they have done something really cool, which is they have digitized the entire run of their magazine, all 368 existing issues. Many of which I actually own. Own is, I guess, is a weird word for it, but like I still have, like I definitely have, like this one about Batman Arkham City. Like I recognize this cover right away, and It's the full. Actually, let's go to. Yeah, the screen is better. I mean, it's I mean, it's all the ads of fucking, remember, Got Milk ads? It's everything. And this is a really, really goddamn cool way to preserve media. I will say it is not ideal. There we go. It is very straightforward. There's kind of basically no like search function or anything, which would be nice. But in terms of just kind of, oh, there's that motherfucker. God, I can't get away from him. It's very interesting, kind of going through some of these as like a time capsule of games that either maybe got a lot of coverage and then turned out to maybe not be so great, games that were like cover articles and then never got released. Here's the thing, talking about the technology of Rock Band 3. I had most of this. You know, it's really, really cool. Like a preview of Alice Returns. Fucking it's mad for the goddamn Connect. Jesus. So yeah, I 100% recommend going on to Game Informer's website and checking some of this out, especially if you know, if you ever read this magazine or had any. I'd love a Nintendo Power, but there's no way Nintendo doesn't ruin it. Yeah, so I do believe that you can get the Nintendo Power treatment like this on Archive. There you go. Is this what you're looking for? Is this exactly the thing that you just asked for? So there you go. So yeah, great news. You're covered. Yeah, I was not a Nintendo Power kid, unfortunately. I don't know that I ever encountered a single issue of it out in the wild. I was Game Informer, and then I was what was it? Was it OXM? I think it was Official Xbox Magazine. I was an OPM kid, but I only bought at the store sometimes. I never had to say yes. Yeah. So I was the same. I would get it exclusively just because of the demo discs back when that was a thing. Yes, as late as the 360, you could still get demo discs for all kinds of games. I talked about it a little bit, but that's where like I played the demo for Sonic 06, and it's kind of why I do have like a morbid curiosity about playing through that game at some point, like when they finish that, whenever they get around to finishing that PC port. Fucking everyone remember Cubics Robots for Everyone? I don't. Yeah, so if this is the kind of thing that you're into, there's the link for it. You do need to get an account. If you don't have a login for the website, it's gonna say, hey, you need an account for this. But it is free. It is 100% free. And they're kind of doing this to build up a little bit of hype, because apparently they're bringing the actual print magazine back, which is kind of crazy in the year 2025. But God bless them, they're gonna do it. Also, there is an issue somewhere in here that talks about the arrival of the GameCube, and Star Fox Adventures is the fucking cover story. So definitely go check that out. Now, the other thing that I have is the thing that we have not done in a hot minute. If you hear that sound, you probably know what's coming. I found more weird snacks. In fact, I found 2. So we're going to do another chip taste test and on the spot review here of 2 different things. These are, so for whatever reason, one of the gas stations here in Vegas just has a row that's just dedicated to like international snacks. There's nothing about this gas station that on the outside would make you think that this would be the case, but they just so happen to just have just a row of, or an aisle of just all international shit. So that kind of kicks ass. If you saw my tweet about how come shrimp chips just can't be good, that's what inspired it. But what I have here tonight are steak flavored Cheetos. These are Japanese. Now this is interesting because the label on the back says imitation Japanese artificial steak flavor. So with the word imitation being in the place that it is, does that mean that it is imitating the Japanese style snack of this, or is the imitation of the artificial steak flavor and it is just also Japanese? I don't know. All I know is that I can't read any of the actual writing because like they printed, there's like 5 levels of simulacrum. Yeah. This is so far removed from steak that it barely qualifies as food anymore, I think. Also, this is like this is, they made sure to put as much air in here as possible to really scare the shit out of me. I guess I could just tear it open. Well, I'm getting notes of warehouse and like alley behind the restaurant. Not necessarily where the garbage is, but you know. There is a color on these that I was not anticipating. Doesn't that look appetizing? Doesn't that look like food? Jesus. It's like, listen, okay. Obviously, traditional Cheetos are a shade of orange that truly does not occur in nature, right? But because it is so over the top colorful, it works, you know. We just kind of accept it. It's just like, yeah, this is a high octane 90s kid snack. So when you strip it of all that color and then just put a brown steak powder on it, I mean, I can only assume good things are going to happen. That was instantly bad. Oh, that, oh God. I don't even know how to describe what the fuck is happening. Okay. Oh, inhaling is an interesting experience after eating one of those. Oh, okay. The words imitation and artificial, that 100% accurate. That is accurate. Now the word steak. Now I'm not much of a steak guy, I will admit, but I have had it before. This is not that flavor. Unless Japanese steak tastes like imagine every bad aftertaste you have had of any product, truly any product, okay? Diet Coke, Impossible Burgers, nail polish, anything that has a weird aftertaste. Imagine all of those, and that is the flavor profile of this. Oh. Okay. Awful. Absolutely awful. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. These should be illegal. I would eat, hey, Jambrone, I would eat 3 bags of those fucking hot dog chips that I tried months ago before I'd have a single one of these again. Horrendous. Also, I have my, can you do one more though? I mean, yeah, well, I mean, obviously that would be hilarious if I were to do one more for everybody, wouldn't it? It's the way it builds. It's the way it builds. It starts bad, and then it just keeps going. It reminds me of like having cough syrup as a kid. You know how it already smells bad? And you're like, okay, but I'm gonna get through this. And then like as soon as it touches your tongue, it's like, okay, all right, this is bad, but I'm gonna get through it. But then it just keeps permeating like through the entirety of your mouth. And then there's just the lingering taste of it forever. That's what those are. I'd rather have cough syrup. There's a part of me that wonders if I would appreciate cough syrup these days now that I have a more adult palate. Speaking of a more adult palate, I'm gonna drink some cream soda now. Just to reset. Also, cream soda is like fucking king. I will not hear arguments to the contrary. The Dr. Pepper cream soda is maybe one of the single best sodas out there. Oh, I knocked something over. It's fine. Everything's fine. My life's not falling apart because I'm doing one stream without doing Mega Man stuff and I don't know what to do with myself. Anyway. Well, if the steak flavor went bad, surely these will be fantastic. I will tell you straight up, I already don't like artificial banana flavor. So I got these knowing that this is probably going to be an unfortunate scenario that I'm gonna have to live through. But just to run you through the ingredients here, we have yellow corn flour, sugar, rice bran oil, banana powder. You know how you can powder a banana? Palm oil, skim milk powder, the most flavorful of milks. Salt, artificial flavors, maltodextrin, lactose, egg white. There's straight up lactose in this. There's also an antioxidant, and turmeric has been added for color. This is Korean. So hopefully Imitation Korea treats me better than Imitation Japan did. Wow, that is so banana-like. That honestly, and this might be the steak Cheetos talking, it smells pretty good. It smells like banana bread, which I guess it would mostly be, right? But again, straight up, we all recognize this as like, yo, that's a Cheeto. This is the Cheetos Puff, right? I want to make sure that I got both sides of the Cheetos experience here. All right. Again, I do not care for artificial banana. I barely care for regular banana, but who knows? This might be all right. They're not that bad. They're very sweet. The banana flavor is definitely that like artificial type thing, though it's not as strong as like American artificial banana is. Like, you know, you eat Runts or whatever, you know, it's like the only thing you can taste. But there's a consistency on these, and they're like coated in like sugar as well. They're like glazed. I don't know if you guys can see that I'm straight glazing these right now, but damn, man, it's nice to have a nice camera that can really give you guys all the detail. Honestly, I think if you broke a bunch of these in half and put them in a bowl and poured milk over them, it would work as a breakfast cereal. Personally, not gonna say I'm a huge fan of them. However, I think if you're into like banana flavored stuff, these are all right. Again, they're better than that steak war crime. All right, well, a thing I suspected I would hate, I ended up hating. So I guess 5 stars for that. A thing that I thought I might hate, actually is all right. So thanks, Banana Kick. Korea, you live another day. Japan, you continue to be on notice. You know what's so funny is I did that whole 3-day long anniversary stream thing where I had that box of Japanese snacks. And by the end of it, it was just like, where's like the bad tasting one? You know, like where's the thing where it's like, where's the thing that justifies why they put a warning label that's just kind of like, just so you know, some stuff from Japan kind of sucks, right? You know, like there was nothing in there that did that. It was all fine. Even the stuff that wasn't very good was just like, was only not good because it was just sugar flavor. Right? It wasn't because it was gross. It was because it was lacking any real substance to it. These should have been in that fucking box. These would have fulfilled the brief. Gone forever. Those are going straight in the trash. Well, now that I have sampled a few things from around the world, it's now time to sample at least one game from around the Discord. Because, friends, we are doing another Wheel of Retromendations tonight. The portmanteau I continue to regret having to say out loud, but now this is the second stream of it that we're doing, which means I think I'm committed. Can't come up with the name. Even between Valeno and I, two of us can't figure out a name for like navigator streams or whatever. Can't come up, backseat gamer, like can't come up with like a fun name to give those things. But you leave me to my own devices, and Wheel of Retromendations is what I come up with. God, I'm so sad. The folks in the Discord, my fellow backlog squad mates over in the backlog cabin, have once again provided me with even more recommendations for retro games that they would like to see on stream. Banger name though. That's very and needlessly kind of you, Jambrod. The hell was I gonna say? Oh, right. The point of the wheel is for nights like tonight, where I am not committing to a full playthrough of anything. I don't have the time in my future week or two to commit to a full playthrough of something new, especially because Mega Man X7 is already taking up that slot. So this gives me an opportunity to check out things that aren't on my own personal backlog necessarily, and will let me maybe discover something that I've never played before. Maybe I'll get to revisit a thing that I have played before and do enjoy, but couldn't really justify playing on my own because it doesn't really fit into the brief of the whole fitting the backlog thing. Or maybe, in fact, the majority of the time, it could be that my community is a bunch of jokers. Excuse me for burping directly into the microphone during this explanation, but it's the most that some of you deserve for some of the things that you have made me put on this fucking wheel. And here it is. The wheel as it currently exists. So yes, there are games on here that are still left over. So the first time we did this, I ended up playing through all of Joe and Mac on the SNES, which forgive me, but because in this moment I do not remember specifically who it was that recommended I put it on there. I think it might have been Bagel. I think it was their recommendation. But I left everything else from that first round of recommendations on the wheel, and then simply added onto the wheel with stuff that people have added tonight. So that includes some of these ones that are passing by right now: Run Saber, Uniracers, Mystical Ninja, Hello Kitty Wild Rescue. I didn't put on the wheel before, but it's on there now because Very recommended it after the fact. You know, who knows? But we're gonna give this bad boy a spin here, and that's gonna determine what game we play tonight. So drum roll please, and rub your hands together. Here we go. Excellent. Well, great news for, I think this is also a bagel recommendation. We're gonna check out King Kong, the official game of the movie that was released for, boy, more systems than you think it was. Now, there's an unfortunate thing about this, because here's the thing. The most interesting version of this game is definitely the 360 version. It did come out on GameCube, which is fine, but it was absolutely like a downgraded port. In order to get it to run on there, it doesn't look great. This game was very much like made to be played on the 360, and on top of that, was a shockingly good licensed game, especially for a not so great movie. Funny how Peter Jackson movies have come up now twice in this stream. Now here's the unfortunate thing. This game is broken on emulation. Just after the prologue. there is a workaround for it. It does require using cheats to be able to use the game's level select cheat, which then will let us basically skip the part where the game gets frozen. So we can definitely play through the actual like prologue, which has the moments and setup stuff. But then we're gonna have to quit out of it and then jump into a cheat menu to actually see the rest. But we will fire this up presently. I will add King Kong to the title. Again, thank you, Discord, for putting this suggestion into the world and making it happen now. We will say goodbye to the tunes, and I can't believe that I'm going to say this. We're going to say hello to Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie for Xbox 360, the latest game to be featured on my stream. Coming at you hot and heavy. And with broken information on the screen. Give me one moment here. I will fix this display, because obviously it's extremely important that, you know, everyone sees this information as it's intended. That's interesting that this is not. Oh, I might have to. Oh man. Okay, we'll go without the image for the game because for whatever reason it was not scaling properly. All right. Oh boy. Oh man, is the audio on this like super broken? Oh man, this might actually take a little bit of work, because there should definitely be sound here. All right, let's see what happens if we just jump into the game. Is it gonna play?
I want the cast and crew on the ship within the hour.
Okay, all right.
Can't do this.
Tell them the studio pressured us into an early departure.
It's not ethical.
What are they gonna do? Sue me? Huh? They can get in line. I'm not gonna let them kill my film.
We have 3 hours to find a new leading lady, or we're finished.
This is still from the era of licensed games where instead of animating cutscenes, you just use footage from the movie.
A woman who will journey into the heart of the unknown.
To very quickly set up the premise of your game.
That changes everything.
Academy Award winner Adrian Brody
I've come into
in the role of a lifetime.
an uncharted island. A place that was thought to exist only in myth.
Brody's 3 most important roles. This guy in King Kong, the guy in The Brutalist, and the insane Jamaican guy that he decided to be when hosting Saturday Night Live. All right, so this is where the game breaks. As you can see, there's no audio. It is, ironically, we are stuck looking at the word venture, but cannot do so. This is the result of apparently some kind of like audio bug that has existed for a long time with 360 emulation, and they have just not gotten around to it. The 360, surprisingly long time getting emulation like running on this thing proper. Speaking of, am I running the right version of this emulator, I wonder? I am. Okay. Good. Want to make sure that that's all right there. All right. So give me un momento. I'm going to King Kong 360 cheats. You guys remember cheat codes? You guys remember how cheat codes used to be a thing that existed before DLC just took over? And now all of a sudden cheats were things that you paid for. All right, so we're going to hold down all the shoulder buttons. And we're going to say down, up, yellow, blue, down, down, yellow, yellow. Bazinga. It is hilarious that it says yellow, blue instead of Y and X. I don't know why they wouldn't put that in there. All right, and from here, we will put in the cheat code. KK story with a 0. I used to have actual physical books with cheat codes in them that were 80% useless. Yes, Jambro, and that is a thing that we share. I specifically had a cheat code for Sega Genesis games. And I would say, yeah, other than like Sonic the Hedgehog, I don't know if there were any games in that book that covered games that I actually had for Genesis. It did not stop me from reading that thing cover to cover maybe 100 times before that thing completely fell apart. Cover to cover. So now, there we go. All right, so here are spoilers. Oh, uh-oh. All right. Let's just say front and center, this is not going to be a fully representative presentation of what this game has to offer. I do think that this game actually is pretty fucking cool. Again, you have to remember, we have been through the PS1 and PS2 era of licensed games. We're now here in the 360 era, and things are dire. The last Airbender game comes out with achievements that can be earned in the first 5 minutes of the game simply by pressing the B button over and over again, because the only achievements are tied to how big of a combo you can make, and you can just spam a single move and it never ever runs out of combo. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. Licensed games are a death trap. The Wii is putting out nonsense. Here comes this game, and all of a sudden, holy shit, this game looks like it might be kind of cool. yeah, movie tie-in games are absolutely at their peak. And along comes this, and it's funny because this movie was pretty big at the time of release. I'm going to assume, because I've not watched it in a very long time, I'm going to assume that time has not been very kind to this movie. But who knows? It could still be good. All right. So the game opens with you on the boat. The boat gets stuck in a storm, and then it gets shipwrecked. That's literally all that happens. It's a pretty cool looking sequence, especially for the time. But for our purposes, we're just gonna skip ahead to the next level. Oh my God, is Nicole Kidman in the room? I think there might still be audio bugs. Yeah, that's what I meant when I said the room. we are still stuck. Is there any part of this game that is actually playable, or do we just stare at CG Nicole for the next, how much time do I have left for in stream? About 2 hours? A series of truly terrible thoughts just ran through my head. So I think we're going to try to skip another level ahead here. Maybe I should just fire up the GameCube version so we can at least see the game. Let's see what happens if we try to skip at least one more. This is, yeah, so like I said, the game is really, really cool. Man, this is so busted. Jesus Christ. You didn't miss any context. This is how the game released. This is a fully accurate representation of this game as a final product. It is definitely not the result of, hey, the 360 is extremely difficult to emulate, and they're still trying to do a lot of work on it before it actually gets there. Look at these guys gesticulating. You guys want to see Xbox Jack Black? There he is. There's Mr. Black. Hey, Jack. Jack, can you come back here? I know your dialogue isn't playing. Listen. This is technically kind of a breakout role for you because it's one of the first times that you're seen on screen playing a more serious character. But here's the thing. I am from about 20 years in the future, and I have seen where your career goes. I promise you, Jack, this is for your own good. Damn it! I can't change the timeline! All right. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. So you can see how good the game looks, sort of. But obviously I want this to actually be playable and watchable for you guys. So I'm gonna fire up the GameCube version of the game, which does work. It won't look as nice, but we'll get the gist. So hopefully this just launches without issue. I don't think I have actually tried playing this even once, so this will be interesting. That can't be true. I must have messed with this. Okay. Give me one moment while I check this thing. Oh, it fucked up the... All right, so I have this new plugin that actually like auto-fills the now playing graphics, which is great. It's really, really neat. But then when you get something that is called Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie, and it decides that that is the full title of the game, it really fucks up the display. So I gotta expand this out a little bit so that it can exist, I guess, on a single line, on 2 lines. How do I make this? Okay. That's not ideal, but we'll live. All right. There's also no sound here, but I'm pretty sure there will be sound immediately as soon as I press after this menu. We will be playing in English. Licensed by Nintendo. There's a logo that we all still feel just as positively about as we did 20 years ago. Right, everybody? Hey, this already sounds better in that there is sound. Hey, there we go. All right, let's see. What do we got for some options here? Oh, interesting. It can't. This game was in 16:9. Hang on. Hang on. Can we do some config settings to maybe make this? Hey, look at that. There we go. Let's go back here. Yeah, look at how fucked up the title got. Son of a bitch. It's fine. It's fine. I guess I could make it so that because I guess the console is the least important information, so I could just make that by default just smaller. There, that's fine. All right, we'll live with this. Accept the changes. It wasn't your fault. All right. I think we're good. Oh, yeah. It looks like I actually played a bit of this. All right. We're going to see the beginning again, but now we're going to see it as it looks on a GameCube. So already different in that there is not nearly as long. This is not a 360 disc.
Jack? You don't look so good. You're turning green. Up here, Jack. Look at me.
Press A to validate vertical sighting.
Feeling better. Damn, you lunatic. You can't go ashore in these conditions. Those are 20-foot waves out there.
Are you crazy, Engelhorn? This is it! This is the hidden island I've spent 8 weeks searching for! I didn't come 12,000 miles on your stinking ship to give up now! I'm landing on that island if it kills me!
Let's go, boys. Hold on tight. This might get a little rough.
Interesting cast of sound-alikes.
I got the camera, I got my leading lady. Jack, stick with me. I may need you for rewrites. Preston, you got the film and the lenses? As much as I can carry! Good. Don't lose them. Okay, all right. How you feeling, Ann? What do you say? Let's make a movie!
Not since the original Call of Duty has there been such a an exciting rowboat sequence. 8 weeks, not that long for a life-defining quest. I mean, you know, a lot can happen in 2 months.
This is too dangerous. We're turning back.
Over my dead body? We're almost there. Come on, we can make it.
All caps in the subtitles.
Look out for the rock. It's gonna fall on us.
That little thing, don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Na 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 na. This is how Jack Black sounds. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to look at that rock to make it explode. That's my bad. My bad. You know I said earlier that, hey, the game looks a lot better on 360 and was not really meant for GameCube. This actually looks kind of awesome. I gotta say, I am surprised. Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't just go straight into the, oh, Jesus Christ, more fucking, why is every version of this game busted?
Jack, he's lost consciousness.
There we go.
You gave us a fright.
Man, are you hurt? What happened?
We crashed against the rocks. One of the sailors' brigs was killed instantly. We put his body over there.
As long as you don't look at her hair, it's actually not that bad.
Oh, God. We can't just leave him there.
I know. Hayes is trying to contact Englehorn.
Man, it's so funny
He's
because
too rough. We just gotta hope he saw us. If he did, he'll come looking for us with the seaplane.
Oh, I can't believe it. This is it. The island of the skull. What a place to shoot a picture. This movie's gonna make so much money.
I honestly do not remember this version of the game running at this smooth of a frame rate. I'm kind of shocked. There's definitely moments where there's slowdown. I'm pretty sure I remember that, but I might be thinking of the 360 version of it, because let's be honest, that was kind of a thing that was definitely one of the things that happened in this generation leap.
Can barely see 15 feet in front of us.
Yeah, it's too dark.
I've got something that should help.
Yeah, show off that lighting engine.
Ready? Let's get out of here.
Shh. Look. He's fantastic. Jack, come here. I got a weapon.
Oh yeah, bad news for arachnophobes and Scorpiophobes, people who don't like people that were born in whatever month Scorpio is. Lot of bug enemies.
Man, you hanging in there?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh yeah, there's like this weird thing where you kind of, if you press A, you can like cycle between each person to talk to them.
This island is fantastic, Jack.
Hayes!
9mm.
Nope.
With me,
Oh
Jack!
my God!
Yeah, shoot the nondescript crab monsters, whatever the fuck these things are supposed to be. God, this is dark. Are there brightness settings? Of course there aren't. This is just how the game is. And can you bring the torch
Okay, not bad.
somewhere in here, maybe? Good, just in time. I remember there was, because this game got a fair amount of coverage, and there was definitely like a lot of praise for not only the amount of voice acting, but the amount of like interactivity that you have with these guys. So in a way, this game is kind of doing things that wouldn't really become more normalized game mechanics until years and years later. So like you can like this whole thing, you know, where I can like talk, like choose who to talk to. If I talk to people in the right moments, they will actually like throw me ammo or additional weapons and stuff like that, which for the time was pretty like unique. Like that was kind of crazy that they could dynamically animate that. You know, BioShock Infinite wants a whole lot of credit for being able to yell at what's her name to throw a coin at you or whatever, but Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie, was doing it years before them.
That's okay, I got enough magazines.
Oh yeah, this game also was like really proud of like this was like the no UI era.
You all right, Ann?
I'm fine. Thanks, Jack.
It's also funny because did not notice it at the time, but man, you can really hear how compressed all of the audio is in order to get it all to fit on these discs. Oh, good. We trade guns. Anyway, definitely needed to shoot that. We couldn't just push it over.
Come on. We have to make it to that cliff.
Oh, I just hiccuped and banana came back.
We should be able to get through this way. Jack, give me a hand. We have to open the door.
Honestly, this is still pretty, like, visually pretty impressive. Especially for the
Ready
GameCube.
to open it, Jack?
Not that the GameCube was like a bad looking system. I actually really like the look of a lot of GameCube games, but
Hang on, Jack. I'm coming.
I am surprised that this has held up better than I remembered.
Ann, come with me. I want to shoot some test shots.
Now? You want to start filming now?
Sure, why not? That's why we're here. We'll start with some screams. Okay, are you ready?
This is kind of a cute moment here.
Scream for your life!
Oh my goodness.
What's that?
I have no idea, but let's stay focused. Let's use that fear, Anne. Let's go for another take.
Oh my god!
Look out!
Oh no! They're coming from the beach.
I gotta reload.
Defend yourself!
Another thing that was very impressive for the time and really, really worked on me, physics-based enemies. Like, not just like ragdoll bodies, but like reacting like to impact.
Okay. Looks like that one's out of the way.
Lobster Normandy.
It's enormous!
So is that thing just gonna straight up murder him? Okay, I guess he's fine. Hey, Hayes, you wanna fire off a few rounds maybe, do you think?
I got enough magazines.
Yeah, so he'll like announce like how many bullets he has left. They kind of do, they do the plot armor bullshit here, where we have just like infinite ammo for this opening, and then like immediately after this, he has like 3 bullets left.
Great, Jack! Fantastic!
4 magazines on backup.
See, all of a sudden, we have a limited amount of magazines. All right, can we get the store open again, please?
I'm not getting this open on my own. You hanging in there, Carl?
This island is fantastic.
Oh, I interrupted his coding so that he could repeat a line.
Man, you hanging in there?
I'm fine. Thanks, Jack.
Okay, what happened here? Are we we all just standing around?
Hey, here, catch.
Is every version of this game broken? Come on, man! Move on! Help me open this goddamn door! Hayes, you dumbass! Did you get stuck up here? Can I push you? Hey, get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. There's a... Get your ass... So help me, Hayes. Don't make me do it. What the hell is... Why is that... Hey, can you help me get the door open?
Jack, get out of the way. You're in the shots.
I am trying to move stream along, you ass.
I'm not getting this open.
Oh my God.
Nice, Jack.
4 magazines on backup.
Why is everything
All right,
broken?
Ann.
Okay, well, I guess we just live here now. As he, by the way, this story takes place like the 1930s. This is costing him an unbelievable amount of money in film right now. Filming this corpse.
Hey, Jack, you're in the shot.
I cannot believe. Okay, I'm just gonna look up just real quick. Hey, I'm stuck. Oh man, there's a bunch of various things. Okay, well, good news. We do have a save game. They open the door and the level ends. Anyway, remember that from earlier?
We're almost out in the open.
We have to find a stretch of water near the center of the island. That's where the plane's gonna land.
Come on, pull on, boys!
Jimmy! Lumpy! Over here!
Preston!
Look at the animation on this boat. That thing is fucking rocking, boys. Don't any of you dare come a knocking.
Yes, you will! Land as soon as you can!
Just yo-yo the rotation along the
See them again.
along the z-axis, and that'll be fine. That's basically how you rotate something. All right, we suddenly have a shotgun again. One or two things happened between.
All right, Jack.
Yeah, I'm fine.
2 magazines on backup.
They also only recorded like one version of every one of these lines, so it really does not match. It'll be the calmest moment in the game, complete and total silence, and it'll be like 2 magazines on backup.
Jack, look at these. Looks like some kind of a tomb. This is phenomenal. A lost civilization.
Not completely lost. Look over there.
Jack, who lit that fire?
You think this island might be inhabited? Excellent. We need some extras in this movie.
So this is kind of neat. This game has fire mechanics. And the fire will spread. So take that, Far Cry 2.
Careful! It's gonna fall!
I know, Hayes. I'm here to create chaos on this island. Honestly, again, like another thing that's like genuinely cool about this game is that the flames bend like kind of based on what direction you're walking in. They react.
It's a dead end. Looks like some kind of graveyard.
This is the perfect place to shoot. This is exactly why you shoot on location. Authenticity, Jack. Real life. Out of the way, Jack. Hi!
If you thought this looked like a combat room, oh! And now we got centipedes. But you give him a quick impale and, you know, easy does it. Oh, God. Of course, you gotta be good at aiming. Yeah, there's no reticle on screen or anything. It's just figure it out.
On your left!
And yeah, also there's item degradation, so now my spear is busted. Again, some cool like ragdoll physics stuff here.
Happy Denim? Had your fill of real life yet?
Anne, come on, let's get a couple of shots of you in front of this statue.
So it's very much like the era where like
Finding Preston and the others?
ragdoll and stuff like that was extremely new and very exciting.
Open fire!
All right, let's start. Let's do some cleaning, shall we? Is there another one? I can hear it crawling around. There it is. Hiya!
All clear. Let's go.
Hey.
Bullseye.
Thank you, Hayes. Someone appreciates my work.
Hang on!
Jesus. God. It's like Michigan Report from Hell in here.
Ow! Is it broken?
God
I think you'll be okay.
damn it!
Not me. I was talking about the camera.
I don't know about the camera.
I'm
I
coming.
only know how to fix up people.
Oh, yes. You see, Anne is a woman, and therefore her character trait is nurturing lady. Yeah, and they help out with combat and stuff. I hate to say it, there's cool stuff about this game, guys.
Go ahead, Jack. I'll cover you.
You got it.
You all right?
Wait for me, Jack. I'm coming with you.
Ann, are you crazy?
I know what I'm doing. I'm coming, Jack.
She's no hesitation. You just do your thing. I'm just gonna shoot centipedes in this, yo, this is a video game moment.
Hang on.
I am such a sucker for like basic ragdoll shit.
You now, Jack. Be careful.
I genuinely love it. It's why I want there to be like destructible buildings in like every video game. I want every game to be on the same levels like Earth Defense Force or fucking Red Faction Guerrilla. Like
We'll meet up at the top. Call the plane and get out of this hellhole.
like Instruments of Destruction was like such a great thing to pop up when it did, because it was like, oh god, a game where the entire point is just to break shit. Oh yeah, there's this whole like mechanic where like different monsters will like attack each other.
Use the fire, Jack.
I'm using my fire, Ann. Yeah, we're getting a couple of frame dips, but honestly, not that terrible. This game does a thing I think better than a lot of licensed games did at the time, where they take a lot of liberties to kind of, you know, expand out the world a little more. Because obviously in the movie, I don't remember them ever fighting giant centipedes and lobster monsters.
Look out behind you, Jack.
And they certainly weren't solving puzzles with doors and shit. So it's cool that they did this, and but it still feels like appropriate. It's not just like a bunch of like random video game bullshit.
Carl's becoming even more obsessed. All he cares about is a stupid film. We have to get off this island, Jack. Try to get back home. Spiders! Don't go, Jack. You should try to use some food to coax him somewhere else.
Oh yeah. I forgot about the mechanic. I guess I thought. Oh yeah.
It's working! Now's our chance. Hurry! Okay, come on, hurry!
That's what it is. You do that, and then you do that, and then they all, and then the particle engine puts them all over there. Level complete. Oh, hey, gang, we got positive points. I hope everybody's feeling better. You know what that deserves? That deserves another banana kick. Yeah, baby. They're not that, they're honestly not that bad. I don't hate them. And you know what else? They dissolve really well. They dissolve really quick. You know, like typical like Cheetos Puffs kind of suck all the moisture out of your mouth and then just kind of like sit there and like linger as like mush. There's so little physical matter to these that they just kind of just dissolve away. Oh no, not negative points. I used 30 spears and ended up losing 600 points for that. Apparently a friend was injured, but that can't be right. I'm not friends with any of these people. What the fuck is the internet code? What the hell is that? Hang on. I don't remember that as a mechanic. King Kong game internet code. What was this for? There's 2 extras that require an internet code. Does anyone know what they were? Oh my God, you were meant to go to like the official website of the movie? The official website of the official game of the movie? KingKongGame.com no longer exists. I'm going to open this off of stream where you guys can't see, so that when this definitely rediverts to a hardcore pornography site. Okay, it's just disconnected. All right, there's just nothing there. So you had to type that whole string of absolute bullshit into a website, and it would give you a cheat, and then it would give you a cheat code for, I don't know, something. Just one of those. All the extras in the game, including the ones that technically require internet codes to be. Oh, well, no, that's not. Two extras that require. They don't define which ones. At least not in this post. They don't define what they are specifically. That's wild. That's so, again, such a product of its time. Of, yep, we're gonna send players to a website where they put in a code to get a different code to put back in the game. All right, let's jump ahead a little bit. Because what I want to get to.
Why isn't he landing?
All right, let's do this. I'm going to quit out of this. I'm going to look up the cheats for the GameCube version of the game. All right, hold L and R, down X, up Y, down, down, up, up. There we go. And okay, same code. KK Story, distant cousin of KK Rider. Oh, good. Okay, it's the next level. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to show. We have to show the guy. I mean, his name's on the goddamn box. So you go through that level, and then you get captured by the native tribe here. And I'm sure all of this is aged really well and will be super respectful. So unfortunately, we are stuck here and can do nothing but watch.
No! Let me go!
I do remember this sequence being a little better in the 360 version because I think there are actually like tribesmen, like there's actually like a crowd of people around all this, if I'm remembering correctly. Not really sure how the mechanics of that work, but yeah, let's just assume that they developed a reverse crane game for their human sacrifice machine. The trees. The trees. The smoke is increasing to help obscure some of the weirdness. That is a big boy. And then just very delicately. And I'm just gonna pluck that off and great delivery on that scream, my guy. What the fuck is that? Is that a skeleton?
Carl, thank God.
Oh no, it's Jack Black.
Let me get those ropes. My God, did you see that? They were chanting the name Kong. Kong.
I know, I saw it. Carl, it took Anne.
What? Yeah, I know. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It's gigantic.
This character's so one-dimensional. Why didn't you fucking help? Why didn't you help? Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh, they're angry for some reason. Almost like we were never meant to be here, and now we're encroaching even further onto their land. And they're mad about that? I mean, what the heck, guys? Name me one time in history this hasn't worked out for you.
I just hope he's still alive.
There he goes.
Absolutely incredible.
I don't remember the path forward.
You hanging in there, Carl?
I didn't get a chance to film him. Let's go, Jack. We gotta catch up with him.
No, that's the way we came. Uh-oh. All right, is this another game broken moment or is this a streamer is blind moment? There we go. I don't know why I remember that being a thing that you can do. Ooh, 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 ooh. This thing is starting to chug a little bit. Oh, right. Yeah, they like return to this mechanic.
We gotta get through that door. There's no other way.
So you have to
Something moved.
you have to find like the right kind of stick in order to shove in the other thing.
Over there.
It's like this it's like the recurring. Oh, fucking right, there's dinosaurs in this game. Okay, so that's the thing that can happen. Is dinosaurs show up. Just let me, man, it is so crazy playing a video game that doesn't have a sprint function. Another one what? Oh, good. This, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck, come on. I forgot about the dramatic chant music that starts when your health is low. Again, very much of the era. No health, just regenerating red screen blood or whatever the fuck. If you weren't around for this generation of games, you don't even know how much of a meme it became for games that just had regenerating health rather than like health packs or whatever. Shut the fuck up. All right. Yeah, motherfucker. I just had to fight. I don't know if you saw. I just killed 6 dinosaurs that shouldn't exist. So excuse the hell out of me for not knowing where the right stick for this fucking thing is. I gotta look at 20-year-old graphics to figure out what the hell I'm looking at. And spoiler alert, everything is the same shade of green.
Only one more to find.
Oh my god, if you don't shut the fuck up. Just the screaming in the distance. The sound of viewers watching a stream crying for the streamer to figure out where the hell they should be going. Okay, but for real though, like where is this thing? Oh, there it is. There we go. And then we do this again.
I thought these things were supposed to be extinct.
Yeah, this is such like a...
Well, they are now.
Oh, shit. Damn, he got lines.
Jack, I gotta take a break.
Fine. I could do with the rest myself.
No, I gotta change the film roll.
No, that's as much as we can fit into this level. All right. So we'll jump ahead a little bit here. Because not only do you get to play as Adrian Brody, which I know everybody is just super stoked about, but you can also play as the main event. And here come the Kong levels, baby. I remember these being clunky and weird. I gotta admit, they do a pretty good job with like the sense of scale and stuff here. That's always very difficult to do because technically everything, you know, is like regular video game size. It's just how you frame it and how you know, scale your textures and the rest of the environments kind of are what sell the effect. I think overall they do a decent job here. In the 360 version of this game, there's definitely, you know, kind of a lot of focus on the okay, what the God, I don't remember the Kong mechanics, surprisingly enough. No, kind of like how Star Fox Adventures, you know, gives Fox like a really crazy fur shader that looks like shockingly good for a GameCube game. I seem to recall that being the same case with Kong on the 360 version of the game, where the fur shader that they use on the model is like surprisingly just kind of like, hey, that looks better than most video games look. Like, this still looks okay, but obviously, you know, like, this is all like texture and whatnot. Oh God. Wow, that run animation. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they do like these big like cinematic like impact flashbangs when you land a really strong hit. Come on down here, you piece of shit. What you got? just throwing pterodactyls around. This game is goofy as hell. All right, get down here and fight me, you bitch. Roar, fuck. I got my buttons wrong. Oh, yeah. God. Is it really one hit and then a round of this shit every time? God, I don't remember this at all. I mean, there's a part of it that is satisfying, I gotta admit. All the dynamic camera stuff is kind of neat too. It's very ambitious, you know, like say what you will about licensed games and everything, and again, from an era where like being a licensed game was basically just a wish to be dead on arrival. Like, they made a real video game. It is much more than just a mindless cash grab. There we go. That was pretty good. Oh yeah, now we can do finishers. The radial blur to really sell it. Oh, great. Now watch King Kong open a door. That's how he opens it. Honey, I'm home. Doop-ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-da-boop. Yeah, sure. Yeah, the human being that is Nicole Kidman definitely came through all of this. How many games do you know of that let you slap a dinosaur? This is one of the best games ever made. This perspective shift thing is kind of neat too. You're kind of chasing her around, but we're seeing it from her perspective. Come here, human. Oh, the romance, the pageantry, the fucked up smile of a giant GameCube gorilla. Oh man, look forward to that emote. 1000% need to make an emote out of that fucking face. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, this game is great. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Let's see what else happens in here. Oh, yeah. There's the whole, like, running from the Brontosaurus stampede stuff. What time is it? All right, we got a little more time. Yeah, let's check out. I seem to recall this being kind of cool. This was like a dumb moment in the movie, but I think ended up being a cool gameplay section. I do believe we're back to playing the humans here.
Almost dry.
Yeah. Oh, God. Well, that was quick. Hey, there's some impressive, like, mesh stuff going on there.
Would you look at the size of those legs? They're like tree trunks.
Oh, I'm a big dumb investor. You're crazy, Denim. There's no hidden island. I'm not investing in your picture. There's no lost civilization.
God, they made him
Follow the Brontos, Jack. I saw some
so
fire further down.
Who's laughing now?
so insufferable. He's truly a character with no depth. I mean, whatever. It's fucking King Kong. You're not coming to King Kong for emotional depth. You're coming to King Kong for the story of a giant monkey that wants to bang a supermodel, and climb a building while he does it. But it is so ridiculous, like just how his character is just so remorseless. And it's accurate to them. I remember that being the case in the movie as well. Like, they don't make him outright evil, but he might as well be for just how dismissive he is of, like, human life and the pursuit of filming his fucking movie. I do not remember the sequence being like this, where it's more of like a... I mean, this is... Oh! This is basically like a key card level, but the card is fire. Oh, is there no... Okay. All right, there's a checkpoint. Fuck! Fuck!
Gotta reload.
Fuck! Jesus! Audio is doubling on itself. Adrian Brody sounded like is screaming. There's dinosaurs that can just take multiple shotgun blasts to the face and apparently feel nothing. Okay, I think we're good. I'm getting caught on all sorts of jump. What the fuck is going on here? Why am I getting stuck on this? There we go. Of course, couldn't make it straightforward. You have to make it so that there's extra steps. That'll work. Oh, that's why they put that there, so you have to do this. Well, super-de-duper. Aren't you guys clever? Hello? Thank you. Ah! No! You stop. What you're doing is not a nice thing. There we go. Something a lot angrier just made a noise. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking God damn it. This is too much can happen all at the same time. Good. Great. Yeah. Yeah, immediately put ourselves into a low health situation by tapping some fire. Hi, guys. Oh, they seem to be more upset than before. Okay, not what I meant to do, but I'm glad it worked out. Okay, just gotta wait for a moment to cross. Look both ways before crossing the stream. I don't remember where my boys are. Thank you. Just set some preemptive fires. Oh, something killed that brontosaurus, and I don't want to be around for whatever that was. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Hang on, boys! We'll get out of this!
Fuck me. And fade out before that gets any more expensive and wrap it up. Well, the great news is you can fight that fucker. I think it's this level? Yeah. Maybe I should watch this movie again. Maybe there are parts of the movie that are still cool. I don't know. Because there was definitely a T-Rex fight in the movie too. I'm just slamming the A button over and over again. Oh, 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 oh. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh, you asshole. Hang on. Hang on. There's command throws. This game turned into a straight up fighting game. Guilty Gear could never. The dramatic slowdown every time. God, it's so funny. Don't you do it! Whoa, what the fuck? Jesus Christ! Oh, good, we're starting from the beginning. Are we? Oh, we can put her down. Okay. I honestly don't remember if we're like maybe like not meant to like fully fight him. I can see that we can climb. Yeah, there's some stuff. But, okay, well. Oh man, I'm trying other buttons, but it's just resulting in me getting my ass kicked. Oh, there we go. How did that happen? Jesus. the hard cut to the slow choir music. Fuck. That we need the wasted thing superimposed on that. Okay, let's get Anne to safety first, I guess. You go. Okay, so I have like a shoulder charge move. I'm just not in... Okay. So it's like a combination of like B and A. There we go. Oh shit! Oh, there we go. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, good. 2 more. Just fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck everything. I'm coming, lady. I'm coming, new girlfriend. It can jump. Stop doing flips over there and come help me, you asshole. I'm sorry for all the flashes, but truly the shoulder charge is like the move to use. That's one. Keep smacking his corpse. Just to really rub it in for the other guy. There we go. Dunsky. And then she's over there in the Peter Griffin pose. Oh man, this game is fucking goofy. It's also long. Look at how many fucking levels there are. To the plane. Okay. All right, this is the game. This is the game from the early 2000s. There has to be like an on-rails shooter section, right?
Jimmy, I thought I told you to stay put.
Hold on, Mr. Hayes. You're safe here.
There might be some spoilers here, guys.
I want you safe, Jimmy. You have to get back to the ship.
Mr. Hayes!
Ah, shit.
Mr. Hayes!
Literally the
Jimmy,
only
stay covered. They're here.
the only not insufferable character. Goodbye, Mr. Hayes. I'm sorry I spoiled your death on stream without context. just for this fucking idiot to just immediately get eaten. Just throw spears just all goddamn day.
He's come back. Jimmy, hurry. We have to get back down. He's gonna try and land on the lake. I'm sure of it.
Oh, thank God. Another one of these
Ready, Jack?
glorified loading screens.
This island really is a nightmare.
We're really getting like kind of like a whirlwind tour of this game. We're just kind of like skipping 3 levels at a time kind of a thing. But honestly, I mean, this is mostly what the game is. You can kind of tell there's not a ton of difference from moment to moment. It's mostly about just the number of dinosaurs you fight. Okay, well, thank you for running into that spear for me. Oh, you asshole. I really don't remember you being like this squishy in the game.
It's Englehorn. He's come back.
But man, you die fast.
You think we're gonna make it?
Shut the fuck up, Jimmy. I don't care. Oh, right. I have a straight up sniper rifle.
Oh my God!
Out of bullets. Fantastic. Well. Oh, fucking god damn it. No, 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 no. Fuck. Oh, where? Oh, stop. Stop. God, it's like the ending of Fantasia in here. Jesus Christ. Just winged demons all up in my face.
A case of ammo! Over there!
Okay, well, let me just walk past the dinosaur, Jimmy. Thanks for the help on that, by the way. Oh, hey, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Jim. Good job, James. You dickweed. I gotta get the box, boss.
Fire in the temple!
Fuck. This is the sound of me running. You ignite. Oh, great, thanks. Flying directly into the fire, ensuring that I can't use it again. Poke. Oh, hi.
3 magazines on backup.
Oh, hell yeah, we got full-on Tommy gun. You'll never take me alive, coppers! Thanks, Jim!
That shut him up.
I'll shut you up. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I need... Okay, I see what's happening here. There. There we go. Clear that. Should have a more or less straight shot. I'm here. I made it. Now what? Okay. And now this. Okay. This is maybe not the best looking asset in the game. Jimmy, where the hell are you? Oh my God. I have known you for 30 seconds and I hate you the most. And Jack Black is in this game.
Not without Mistero.
Jimmy, get on the plane. That's an order. We're going back to the ship. Jack, I saw the gorilla. He took Ender to the mountain. There must be a path that leads to his lair.
Good luck, Jack.
I guess I'll go fuck myself. I thought that we were actually going to get on that plane and there would be a thing that we would do, but apparently that is not happening. All right, we got to skip ahead here because we are running out of time. But guess what? You totally go to New York. So we should absolutely see what GameCube era New York looks like in a game that's not called Spider-Man 2.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you the greatest thing your eyes have ever beheld. He was a king in the world he knew, but he comes to you now a captive.
King Kong is such a...
I give you Kong, the 8th wonder of the world.
It's such a strange story. Like there are obviously, you know, certain historic parallels and everything that the whole thing is kind of a metaphor for, but it's a really muddy one when you consider like the thing that calms King Kong down is a pretty white lady. Like there's issues with the story, let's say, but on the surface, from like conceptually, it's so odd. From like, yeah, so the plan was I'm gonna show a bunch of people a giant monkey. And then profit, I guess. All right, so now we just get to run loose in New York. Fuck this fence. You know the giant fences they have in New York City? We're all familiar with them. You can grab this old Studebaker. Just fuck that. This is very, very limited in the amount of city they are showing us. There we go. There's some stuff happening.
Look out! Spread out! You'll destroy everything! I can see it! We need backup! Evacuate the whole neighborhood!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, the controls are getting a little funky. I take it back. This is fucking amazing. Ah!
You'll destroy everything in his way! He's going towards
Just throwing flaming cars at cops. Tell me another video game that lets you do that. I'll wait. Oh my God. Oh, this game is joy on a disc. Holy shit. I am so glad that this is the format we're playing this in, of just kind of checking it out little bits at a time rather than a full playthrough, because holy fuck, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, double KO. It's also not giving me any instructions. Also, man, I haven't actually needed to move the camera at all, but oh man. Again, a result of, oh, hang on. Will this do it? Nope. A result of the era that we are in, the camera moves the opposite way than you want it to horizontally. So weird. So weird.
Look out! Spread out! You'll destroy everything! We need backup! Evacuate the whole neighborhood! We have to stop it!
I'm honestly still not 100% sure what all the controls are. I'm kind of just mashing stuff and things are happening. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I fucked that up. I didn't realize that was a QTE. Straight up, I love all of the crazy camera move stuff. Like, it's a little wonky and weird, but, you know. That's what Scan does.
He's going towards the Empire State Building.
This is my New York accent. Just run, Kong.
Shoot him down.
Look at the cutout. Look at the flat cutout of the crowd. That's awesome. by the way, we are fully spoiling the ending of this game, so strap in. Look at the crowd. Whoop! Okay, don't look at the crowd. Don't look at the crowd. Never mind. Looking at the crowd's a bad idea. So I gotta... What the fuck are the controls here? Hang on. Stand by. Stand by. First day on job. Kong not sure how... Remember how at the end of King Kong, he just kind of gets to the Empire State Building and then they shoot him down in the street? Oh! Ooh, I don't remember unskippable cutscenes being part of the experience, but apparently that's happening. Oh, woof. Please don't do close-ups of the monkey model. It doesn't hold up. Okay. Go. I don't know what buttons to press. If I press B too many times in a row, he just jumps off of it. What am I doing wrong? B. I press B once. B to get on, and then left trigger, right trigger. Oh, okay. Oh, I was just climbing up the wrong part of it. Oh, God. Okay. There we go. Why do they make it so you only climb up certain parts of the build? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you can't climb up the main part of the building, but in the weird corner you can. Oh, they don't even let you do the full thing. Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely save the game. You guys ready to swat at some airplanes? Hey, that looks pretty good. Like obviously there's like, you know, it's just like a JPEG texture or whatever, but that was all right for an establishing shot. Up we go. We've spotted him. Yeah, he's just on the tallest building in the world at the time. Bazinga! Yo, this all looks kind of kick-ass. That's a great looking city down there. I'm kind of shocked at like how far out that is drawn. That looks terrific. Holy moly. This is so fucking funny. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh no, we gotta change the timeline. No, change the timeline, Donkey Kong, I almost called him. Has anybody ever seen the 90s King Kong where this sequence is done and it is so insanely violent? Sorry. Well, obviously, we should just watch the rest of this. It's gonna be just a cutscene. What could the level gameplay possibly be?
It wasn't the airplanes. It was beauty killed the beast.
Shut the fuck up. I forgot about, oh man, that is actually ensure that I actually don't watch the movie again. I forgot about that stupid fucking line. It makes no sense. Who are you, the New York Times? Giant ape killed in police-involved gun accident. That's the end. And then roll credits. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official movie of the game, barely fits on the screen itself. Great, yeah, and Ubisoft front and center. Wow, Michel Ancel, he did this and then half of another fucking oh shit, what's that? It's been so long that I don't even remember the name of it anymore. Not Black and White, Beyond. The fuck is the game that's never coming out? It was the sequel, the one that had the swearing monkey in it. That one, whatever it's called. I can't believe that I cannot remember the name of it. Man. This game, God, this game is so honest. I genuinely think that this game is good. Like, it's the perfect amount of goofy and ridiculous to just really work, you know? And obviously we skipped certainly like more than half of the game, but really there isn't that much more to it. Beyond Good and Evil, it just popped into my brain. That's what I was thinking of. But again, like, especially like for the time, like crazy, like the level of quality that this had. Absolutely crazy, the level of quality that this had. Because this just did not happen. No licensed game. There were so few and far in between where a licensed game was actually worth the time of day. And this is such like a full featured, again, you know, I say full featured, it is really simple, honestly. You know, you saw literally just tonight, even with all the skipping that we did, you saw all the mechanics in the game. Truly, those are all the mechanics that are present in the game. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of throwing spears at centipedes. It's a lot of looking at Jack Black and setting fire to bushes, you know. I like the Twin Towers one and Jurassic Park for the Sega Saturn, but I think that's all I played. I believe you mean Two Towers. Yeah, I thought, honestly, and this might be controversial, I thought that it was kind of in bad taste when they did the license game that tied into the 9/11 franchise. I thought that was a little fucked. But I gotta admit, it had more quality than you would expect it to. They really nailed some of that simulation, and it shut up a lot of people about jet fuel. So honestly, I think it worked out. It's too bad it hadn't come, that it was stuck on the PS2, because that really could have done numbers on the Kinect. What the hell? why are we all of a sudden we're in the Italian and Spanish voice acting credits? How did we get here? Hector Cantilla. That's a great name. From the director of oh boy. Jesus. God, what a good credits scene this is too. Like, don't put any other we don't need any other imagery. We don't need to show like moments from the game or a close up on King Kong's big beautiful 3-tooth smile. Just yeah, just some nondescript mountain and a fire in the corner. It's fine. It's good enough. We ran out of money exactly right now. Hopefully, I mean, obviously, you know, like development is going to continue on Xbox 360 emulation, and it'll get better and better. It is really, really slow going because I think there's a very, very small amount of people who are actually working on it. And right now, Xenia is, I think, the only working 360 emulator. And even then, like, there's mainline Xenia and then there's Xenia Canary, and Canary is more like the nightly build. I say nightly because I don't think they even do nightly builds, but it's like the experimental branch off of it. And there's not a ton of difference between the two. But the fact that Canary really isn't like that much far ahead of the official release of Xenia on its own, it's kind of a bummer because, you know, whereas the PS3 has actually made some kind of fucking crazy strides in emulation in the last just like 2 years alone, when it was really, really like struggling for a long time, they fucking cracked some stuff and figured some stuff out. And a bunch of new games became not only compatible, but like playable. Like you actually play through a lot more stuff now on PS3 emulation. The 360 has not fared as well. And that's very surprising to me because, you know, the PS3 was infamous for how difficult it was to program for. It's why they gave up on the whole, what was it called? Was it the Cell engine? Is that what it was? The Cell chip? That doesn't sound right. I think I'm getting some part of that wrong. But the fact that they have been able to like go further in PS3 emulation than 360 emulation, which apparently, as I understood, at least it was as it was framed at the time, was closer to like PC development, you know, like it was just generally easier to code for. It's kind of crazy that they have completely flipped positions now in terms of their emulation status. And we're now about to be 3 generations removed from it. You know, like it's been a minute. So I'm hoping that 360 comes around, if for no other reason than I want to revisit this game on the 360 on stream and kind of, you know, compare notes, because honestly this held up way better than it had any right to. So if you can go find yourself a copy of this game and you have a GameCube sitting around, there are worse ways of playing this. Absolute banger of an official game, of an official movie, of an official website that you can plug in cheat codes to get other cheat codes for the official game of the movie. I am so happy that that is the game that showed up on the wheel, because this is not at all the direction I thought tonight was going to go. And that scene of King Kong smiling at Nicole Kidman, that's now burned permanently into the back of my head. That just lives with me now. I'll be trying to find a copy. Yeah, go for it. Or, you know, do what you can also do the method that I've employed here on stream. Either way, I do think that it is worth your time to check out. My GameCube does much more than sit around trying to find a TV saying that isn't important. That's good. I'm glad that it's getting some actual work. It is definitely, you know, it's kind of, it's rough given like how much, you know, like television technology has changed over the years, kind of how that affects, I guess, some of these consoles, and especially, you know, like the PS2 and GameCube and original Xbox generation, because everyone was trying to do that. Was like the first time where like component stuff happened. My TV is vastly outscaled game. Yeah, exactly. You know, so it's kind of, I haven't tried it. I think so. I do have a much smaller TV, which is, it's like the size of like a, it's smaller than most monitors even at this point. It's fairly old. Like flat screen, but like flat screen, like old, like LCD type. And that works generally well enough. In fact, it is the same TV that I have had for, man, I think pushing 20 years now, if I'm being honest, because we went from obviously like the big, you know, the big black box of just like the clunky ass CRT that weighed 300 fucking pounds and you could hear it when it turned on, to then like a way more slimmed down, but ultimately same size screen, flat screen. And that is the TV that I've still been rocking. It's an old Vizio. So I'm kind of surprised actually that thing still works. It's been a while since I have fired it up. But there's a thing, I think I've mentioned this before, but there's a thing that I would love to try to do when I eventually, if fingers crossed, if I ever actually get out of this house and do actually buy a house, would be to set up one of the rooms to be kind of a arcade / museum of sorts, where I could have actual like old school televisions hooked up to their respective consoles, so that you could play like NES and Super Nintendo and Atari on like a proper like old CRT, and then, you know, GameCube, PS2 will do like a basic LCD that has progressive scan on it, so you could really lean into that 60 hertz lifestyle, you know, and have all of them on all sorts of switchers and stuff like that. Like very much the dream. It's always been the dream, to be able to dedicate like an entire room in my house to basically my own arcade, and that is certainly on the list of goals. But yeah, hopefully, if you're looking to still rock your original hardware, the means become available, because at the end of the day, I for as much as I do play emulation all the goddamn time, for the convenience factor of it and everything, there will never be anything that replaces the experience of physically sitting down like with a console and loading up exactly one game, and that's the one game you can play without standing back up and taking the disc out and everything, you know, and just like really just like being with that game for a while. It's definitely, there's definitely a part of it that I miss. And if I was in a position where I could have all the stuff all hooked up and everything all the time, I'd probably do it more often. It's just way more convenient as it is now, but that's why I want a room that I can put all that stuff in, so that I don't have to think about it anymore. I can set it up once and then just lives that way, and can finally get back to what I've always wanted to do, which is be 30 years younger. But unfortunately, I continue to get older, and that means that I'm running out of time. for stream tonight. So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging around tonight. Let's see who all is on. Who's doing what tonight? Oh. This is a person we haven't rated in quite a while. Necromancer Ellie is playing through Spyro the Dragon for the first time. I love the Spyro games, that original trilogy. So let's go send some love over to them. Good to hang, grand old time. Couldn't catch much of Mega Man, but it's grand to be back. Thank you so much, Jambron. As always, appreciate you coming around. Appreciate all you guys coming and hanging around. And so I'm gonna fire off that raid, and we will be back here in just a few days, Thursday night, 7 p.m. We're gonna, God help me, we're gonna rock back into Mega Man X7. So look forward to that, folks, because I definitely am. God. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you. Apologies, I do not remember who it was who put King Kong on the wheel, but I am so grateful to you. This ended up making for a hilarious evening, and has truly given me a brighter outlook on the rest of the week, which is going to be extremely busy. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, you guys. As always, Tony87 on the socials. Please join the Backlog Cabin Discord if you had fun tonight and you want to talk about more old video games or suggest other games to go on the wheel. You can do that. And also, very quickly, you'll notice that the charity is still set to the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. That is because I'm going to have a very limited streaming schedule for June. So rather than like shortchange a new charity for the whole month, I'm just going to keep it running through June. So if you have the means to do so, please donate to that charity. Help us hit our goal of 500 before the end of the month. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you on the next one. Adios.